They were married for 27 years, 2 children, a house in the suburbs, shared holidays, shared grief, shared silence. From the outside, their life looked stable, predictable, safe. Daniel believed in routine: Sunday pancakes, Friday movie nights, anniversary dinners at the same restaurant every year. Laura believed in love, or at least, she used to. For almost 3 decades, they survived job losses, a miscarriage, financial struggles, and the chaos of raising teenagers. But what they couldn't survive was distance. And sometimes, betrayal doesn't begin with passion. It begins with loneliness. This is the story of how one ordinary evening changed everything they thought they knew about their marriage. It started in the garage. Daniel wasn't suspicious, not at first. Laura had been distant for months, quiet, distracted, smiling at her phone more than usual. But that night she said she was going to bed early. Daniel stayed up watching television. Around midnight, he realized he left his toolbox in the garage. When he opened the door, the light was already on. He froze. Laura was standing near the workbench, her back turned, her phone in her hand. She wasn't alone. A man stood beside her, not touching her, not kissing her, just close. Too close. Daniel didn't hear what they were saying. He only heard his own heartbeat. And then the man said something that shattered 27 years in a single sentence. "She deserves to know the truth." Laura turned and saw her husband standing in the doorway. The man's name was Michael. Daniel recognized him instantly. Michael was Laura's first love, the one she dated before Daniel, the one she never talked about. "I can explain," Laura whispered. But Daniel didn't want explanations. He wanted time to rewind. Michael stepped forward. "We reconnected 3 months ago," he said calmly. "It wasn't planned." 3 months. 3 months of late-night book club meetings. 3 months of unexplained errands. 3 months of distance Daniel had blamed on stress. "Did you sleep with him?" Daniel asked. Laura hesitated. That hesitation was louder than any confession. "Yes." The word barely escaped her lips. Daniel felt something collapse inside him. Not anger, not yet. Just emptiness. "I didn't mean for this to happen," Laura said, crying now. "I felt invisible. We stopped talking, we stopped touching. I felt like I disappeared in this house." Daniel wanted to scream that he worked overtime for this house, that he sacrificed, that he stayed loyal. But loyalty without connection had slowly turned into coexistence. Michael spoke again. "She deserves honesty, even if it destroys everything." Daniel looked at the man who once had Laura's heart and realized maybe he never fully lost it. Michael left that night. No punches, no shouting, just silence. Daniel and Laura sat at the kitchen table until sunrise. For the first time in years, they talked, really talked, about resentment, about missed chances, about the quiet ways love can die without anyone noticing. Laura didn't blame Daniel. Daniel didn't forgive her, not immediately. But something unexpected happened. The betrayal forced them to see each other again, not as roles, not as parents, not as roommates, but as 2 flawed people who had stopped choosing each other. 6 months later, they were still in therapy. Some days were unbearable. Some days felt almost hopeful. The wedding ring didn't go back on right away, but neither of them walked away. Because sometimes, betrayal isn't the end of a marriage. Sometimes, it's the moment you finally decide whether to rebuild it or let it go. And that choice is harder than any affair.